Salute guys. Jibrumas to Maya. Jibrumas to Maya. Jibrumas to Maya. Back with another public service announcement. Back with another public service announcement. Hi, Jason. Hope you guys are feeling good this morning. Salute Caps, Jibrumas to Maya. Back with another public service announcement. Guys, first and foremost, I want to say welcome to the new studio. Shout out again to Neon Feed for obviously providing us with a PSA podcast logo. So now you guys can see we're in a new space. It's a new time. It's a new era. It's August. And I've got a dope new guest. Yes, sis. Tristan, Naidoo. How you doing, my brother?
Doing very well, thanks. Yourself?
Listen, first and foremost, I want to say, so I mean, I've saw some of your clips, you know, in the last couple of years when then someone was like, "Yo, Tristan Naidoo's in Cape Town." I was like, "Wait, I need to go check out this fight."
Yeah.
Because everyone's like, "Nah, the man's gonna be fighting out at Cabo." I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go check this out." I mean, we spoke about it. I thought I had to pull up, and I remember telling you the first thing I said was like, the only way this podcast happens is if you win that fight. Because if you lose that fight, don't bother coming to the show.
You know that stuff adds pressure. You know that, like, arranging those sort of things, like example, getting a videographer to follow you,
yes,
getting maybe an artist to walk you out, arranging interviews like this, and it's like, okay, you have to go and perform now. You put even more weight.
You put more on yourself.
Yeah.
Listen, but at least I'm gonna say is, bro, you won that. But there was the KO. I saw that shit. That punch came out of nowhere.
I also didn't expect it.
Listen, I was literally looking to the left as I turned. I just nearly missed that shot.
Is it?
I nearly missed that shot, bro. But it was a nice one. Listen, so now when it comes to you, the boxing, I see you started your career like not too long ago. But I mean, as a youngster, was boxing always on the cards for you?
No, it wasn't. I used to play a ton of sports though.
Yes.
Soccer, rugby, swim, athletics. I used to play a ton of sports. And I always was interested in boxing.
Yes.
Like everyone is, you watch a Rocky movie or something
100%.
and you'll be like, oh, this is so cool.
Yeah.
And there was a gym we used to train at afterwards, like lift weights and stuff. The other side was a boxing gym. And I used to beg this trainer all the time. I was also a bit full of shit.
How old were you at this time?
I was like 16, 15, 16.
Okay.
And he used to be like, hey, please can you teach me? And he was like, I fuck off from here. I think I was also a bit full of shit that time.
Yes.
Like, he knew I wanted to do it maybe for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
So eventually one day he was like, okay, come here. Asked me to do throw 1 or 2 punches. Like, okay, cool. I'll see you on Monday. And from that time, I just been boxing ever since.
So how many years is it in total now that you've been training boxing? I'm not gonna say professional fighting, but how long have you been doing the boxing?
Yeah, about at least 8 years.
At least 8 years.
Yeah.
Dope. Now listen, now when you become a boxer, I don't know how it is. It's almost like, I know I'm talking about in a Cape Town setting. So when they go to do MMA now, or they start doing boxing or something like that, and then the man is like, oh, so you can fight now.
Yeah, it's like that.
Was it like that for you as well?
I got into a lot of scraps, unfortunately. So once I turned pro and stuff, I actually stopped going out, stopped drinking, stopped smoking, stopped staying around people and crowds that kind of thing happens. But now it don't happen anymore. Now I can go anywhere, and it's more like everybody wants to look after me rather than step to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, so now I want to know, I've always heard this, but now you're the first actual boxer that I'm having in here. So I want to know, when you get to pro level like this, or you start fighting bigger fights like that, now, does it seem to stand that if you should get into a normal fight outside of boxing, there's some penalties against you?
Yeah. So you will get some serious charges and stuff. Like, people always say your hands are registered as weapons. I've never heard that shit.
Yes.
They never asked us to register nothing.
Yeah.
They never asked us to register nothing. But you are very likely to be charged with what is it, GBV, grievous bodily harm, much more over a normal person. Do you know what I mean? Because you can seriously hurt someone because you know what you're doing. So the fact that you do that, it's gonna be serious.
So did you get into any fights? Before doing better pro fights, did you get into any fights while you still had skill, or did you go test yourself out? I'm just asking.
I think honestly, any fighter has a life of fighting before he's a professional fighter.
Okay.
So I've had a lot of fights.
We're gonna get deep into that. I just want to know for the streets, I mean,
Did someone
get knocked out?
The funniest thing is, people will say, yeah, you think you're a boxer, what? If you fight in the street, and in my head I'm like, where do you think this started?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? People think that you just put on the gloves only and fight them.
Because you know what, I remember this. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. So a friend of mine, right back in the days, the man started doing karate. But the man was dope in the karate, and you got all the belts, black belt, white belt. You got all the belts up till the final level of belt where you could now be a trainer as well.
Yeah.
And then but remember, we were still at school, so that was around high school time, and he gets another friend of mine, and then They're like obviously they're going at each other. You think you do
Yeah.
karate now?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
think you can fight? And he's like, yeah, man. So what you gonna do? How about the street fight?
Yeah.
And bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. The guy that did do karate got knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. No, it can happen though.
It
That's the
happened.
thing.
It happened. He was like, you think you know skills? How about this?
Oh wow. You know, it can happen.
It
That's the
can
thing.
happen, yeah.
It can
But
happen.
you're obviously not gonna go full power on a regular bus. But listen, I want to know. So when it comes to boxing, is it all about endurance? What do you think?
So boxing, I'd say, is the probably the best mix of abilities that you can get. Your speed is important.
Yes.
Your reflexes are important. Your footwork is important. Your strength is important. But it's also like you can be the strongest person, hit the hardest. Go and fight somebody who's fast. If you can't touch them, you can't hurt them. What you gonna
Then
do?
what's the point?
Yeah.
Okay, I got
So
you.
there's a nice mix there.
Yeah. So now with fighting and being in the ring and stuff like that, I want to know like what's your frame of mind when you get into a fight? Like what are you thinking? Like I saw when you came out there, you were super locked in, bro. You were tuned in. You were going out. You're like, bro, I'm ready. I'm ready. You're looking fucking serious, bro.
Yeah, no, it's serious. It's business time.
Huh?
But I was scared. I was scared. And they were scaring me more there in the damn change room and stuff. And the whole bro,
Why? What did they
because
do?
everyone had a lot to say about this guy that I was
About the guy that you were
fighting.
gonna fight now?
Yes,
Yeah.
about how tough he is, and that don't look at his record. It says 1-1, but he's had other fights, and he's
Yes.
this and he's that, and that I'm not gonna be able to like knock him. He's gonna, it's gonna be a tough fight for me. Like it's gonna go the whole 6 rounds. At some point, my coach even got min for those guys, and he said, "Oh, if he's gonna stand there, it's fine. We'll bang him for 6 rounds, and
For
if he
six
doesn't want
rounds.
to go down."
Yes.
But I'm just sitting there, I'm like, the pressure's adding up.
Yes. And now have you been I mean how many fights have you lost? How many fights have you
Yeah,
lost?
I have lost. I have lost. I had some very hard losses in the beginning of my career. I won my first professional fight. My next two I lost on points. So at some point, my career looked like it was going to turn out into nothing.
And what does that feel like when you lose a fight? I mean, like I want to know on the
Sure.
other side. I mean, obviously you had lots of wins, but I want to know what a loss feels like for you on a personal level, on an emotional level.
I cried. I cried a ton. It was also the reasons I lost that hurts a lot.
Mm.
Um, we will get into that though.
But I mean, do you feel like you beat yourself up when you do lose? You're like, yo,
The thing
like
is, you know what it is? You feel like you're human. I didn't know what a loss felt like till then. You feel like you like everybody else.
when you lose.
Yeah. Because as a fighter, you feel like I can do anything until you realize that I can also just fall like everybody else. Like I'm just human.
Yeah.
You don't feel special anymore. Yeah.
Do you feel do you ever? I mean, does stuff like that make you lose morale sometimes, or like then how does it like how do
Some
you get your,
fighters can never come back from a loss. That's the thing.
like how do you get yourself back up? You know what I mean?
I had a fight for a long time with myself, with my emotions, with life to find myself again. Like I quit my job, I put everything, all the chips on boxing after that.
Mm. And now, so now then, what did you say? What is the emotional weighing of being a fighter? Then, like, I mean, do you feel like it does affect you emotionally, like on all those levels?
Definitely, I'd say fighting is it's the most raw and parallel thing to what life is in terms of you can put in all the effort and sometimes things can still not go your way
Mm.
and it knocks you down and you're going to decide whether you're going to try and pick yourself up and try again or
Yeah.
whether you're going to accept that this is going to be my life.
That's I think as nearly like a paraphrase of Rocky. It's not about how many times you get hit.
Yeah,
You
no,
know?
it's actually crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
And for you now, so when you got into it, so was there any top three fighters that you liked? I mean, like the one that like who was your top three? Okay, I'm gonna do it list. Top three international fighters for you.
Currently or like in
Let's
general?
say let's say first your originally where you started, and then we can
Okay.
bring it back to like now.
Originally, it was one of the first ones was definitely Mike Tyson. That
Mike
was the
Tyson.
first book I ever read when I
Iron
was in
Mike, yes.
school. It was his biography.
Yeah.
So all the other books in school I didn't care about. But that one book, that was I think I was in matric. That was the first time I read a full book.
Yes.
And that was in matric, and it was his. So it was Mike Tyson. I like the old school fighters a lot. So it was Mike Tyson, Roberto Duran, Hands of
Yes.
Stone, and those Sugar Ray Leonard and Marvin Hagler.
Yes. So those were your guys growing up.
Like I was like, yo, these are legends. Yeah.
And now if you fast forward to 2025, considering I mean fighting pro and
Yeah.
seeing all these people, and I mean this could be current boxers of right now in 2025 that are
Yeah.
currently crushing the game.
For me right now, I'd say Usyk. I'm completely amazed by our heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk. He's amazing. I used to really, really enjoy Javante Davis.
Javante Davis, yeah, I
Yeah,
checked him out, yeah.
as of recent, I don't know what's going on with him. And yeah, but I really used to like him, look up to him, and Terence Crawford as well.
Dennis Crawford.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy's
Javante Davis, and you know what I was I
yeah,
was watching quite a number of his fights when I look at him and then he just gives me like a rapper persona, like he's a
yeah,
rapper.
yeah,
Like so I think like some boxers, depending on what their niche or what they really like in life is, that's what they seem. So he's the boxer, but he has the whole
yeah,
I'm a rapper vibe to him. Did you
yeah,
check that vibe out?
yeah. Like, and the thing is, like, he's come out like to Lil Baby has walked him out, Chief
Yes.
Keef.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's
I can see he's
yeah,
aligning along those sides.
yeah.
I mean, we had the long going fights of Conor McGregor and
Mm. Mayweather, yeah,
Mayweather. When that was all happening, who were you betting your money on?
Mayweather,
Mayweather,
yeah, Mayweather.
all the way Mayweather.
Yeah, I knew it. It was like with boxing, it's like you do this every single day. It's
Yes.
like it's more like second nature now. You can't really compare the levels. So
Mm.
yeah.
And currently, I don't know, was not Floyd. I mean, was Conor in some trouble now recently?
I'm not sure.
I
That
don't know if I
guy's
saw some.
yeah,
I don't know. I speak
yeah,
under correction, man. I'm just asking about it
yeah.
because I
No,
thought I
not
don't
that I
know.
know of.
Yeah.
I don't know. Connor's on his own thing altogether.
And when it comes to boxing, have there ever been people that have used like body enhancing drugs and stuff like that they
Yeah, yeah.
found
So
out along the way?
that's a big thing in boxing. Like, there's been some crazy things. So in other sports, I mean, you just get performance enhancing drugs, which you get in boxing as well, because you'll get tested and guys come out like and they're not clean or whatever it is,
Okay.
like whether it's for strength, speed, whatever. But then there's been instances where gloves and shit has been like people have put plaster of Paris in their gloves. It's like you're getting hit with bricks. So there's been fighters that have been banned from boxing forever.
Okay.
Yeah, so some crazy shit. Yeah, so that's why you don't fight in your own gloves. They give you gloves. The boxing officials need to come and sign your hand wraps and everything. Make sure everything is 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that has happened.
Hmm.
And then you're now imagine you getting hit with one of those, like you just said now. After you all busted up. So how did they find it out by testing the stuff afterwards to see?
They actually didn't. It was a while after that they only found it. And anyway, everyone could see this guy's face is busted up. Like,
There's no way the
yo,
glove could have done that to
yeah,
him.
like this is hectic. Like,
Mm.
yeah. And then afterwards it came out only.
And you, I mean, have you ever been in any fights where you felt like there was something going on?
Nah, not yet. Never.
Yeah. Not just. And so now let's bring it all the way back home. So, South African fighters
Yeah.
that you really think are doing the things
Like right now.
right now. Yeah.
Right now, I'd say one of my training partners, his name is Kane Fourie. I've always actually looked up to him for a while, and now we're good friends. We train together as well. I think that's also elevated my level a lot.
Yes.
He's great. There's a elder fighter now. His name is Jackson Chauke. Always
Mm.
looked up to him as well. Very great fighter. Kevin Lorena as well. He's he's changed the sport in South Africa
Mm.
completely. Like, he's given younger fighters like us a blueprint on how to figure out the managing your career, the business aspect, the sponsorship aspect, so that because most fighters from South Africa, even the very good ones, there's very few that actually kept money and kept a good life after
Yes.
boxing. So yeah, so I'd say Kevin Lorena, Kane Fourie, Jackson Chauke, and there are a few from back in the day as well that I really look up
And
to.
I mean, we also live in a world now where it's like the social media driven kind of vibes is going on. So it's like you're a boxer, but you're also an influencer now
Yeah,
because now you have to. How do you carry these brand deals? How do you do those videos?
sure.
So I'm the boxer, but you're not gonna give a shout out to my sponsors too, and they give you this,
Yeah.
but this is what you give in return. So I mean, in terms of what you just said now,
Mm.
where have they taught you again how to handle doing both? Because remember, there is some admin to it
Yeah.
now. Like I got to train, but
Yeah.
this post needs to go out by 6.
Bro, so I'm one of the first. I was speaking to a friend of mine. He's Cape Town based, Keegan,
Yeah.
soccer player, right? Because he's one of also the few influencer athletes. Keegan
Yes.
Buchanan, right?
Yes,
I
I
was
know.
speaking to him about it like last just in December, I think, because I'm like one of I am the first influencer boxer in this country,
Okay,
right? And the amount of hate and smoke you catch for that
you do. Is this online?
online from everybody, especially old school trainers and people who
Yes.
don't want to get with the times.
What are they saying?
They'll say that you're a social media fighter. You don't actually back up what you this. Maybe you must focus on boxing. You'll get further. You'll be better if you didn't post and da da da. Da. And listen, I understand that because as
Yes.
sportsmen, it's very looked at like yo, you must be obsessed with your sport and da 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 da, and you must only be focused on that.
But this is the world we live in today.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you spend, I always say, if you spend 10%, look at how much hours we spend a day on our craft. If you spend 10% of that just posting what you do, the amount of reach it gets is way more than people would know you just based off your ability because of the world.
100%.
So, but now it's changing. Now people are actually looking up to me and trying to do what I do. But they were laughing at me and making fun of me and whatever else when I started.
But isn't it always like that? You know, first they laugh at
Yeah.
you and then they copy you.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is my message even just to general people who are watching this. I mean, I started doing social media stuff out when Facebook just started, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was on, I mean, before Instagram existed, before TikTok had existed, we'd already been in the social media space doing stuff because, again, I studied journalism. It was a prerequisite for us to be on all the social media platforms. And even then, if I look back in retrospect, so many people were like, what are you doing? Why are you posting this? Today, all of them are posting. And I mean I don't even mean it in it's not even a feather in my head. I was just like, bro, I knew this was where it was going.
Yeah.
You had to get with the times. In any case, it's the same even like with some DJs today. They're like, yeah, no, we only play on the old CDJ 500s or whatever. We only play on the records. I'm like, yeah, but technology is changing, the world is changing. It's either you get with the times or you get lost in the back.
Exactly. You have to be able to adapt.
Because now you even look at even artists, let's say like the earlier South African artists that don't even get their flowers enough. I mean, these guys were doing amazing stuff, but they weren't around when social media existed. So now it's like, yeah, I know those were the greats. They did this and that, but there wasn't enough social media.
Exactly.
Now people can look back on your story now, be like, look at all the stuff you did, bro.
Just go and take Tyler, the artist.
Tyler, yeah.
Just go and take her water challenge, for example. That challenge went so crazy over social media that was bigger than the song itself. And that, I mean, you know, elevated things to a whole nother level.
No, but if this is even why things like this exist, like podcasts and things like this. And again, podcasts have been around for like super long time, but it's about this. We're getting the word out. We're getting more people to understand what this whole thing is about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, so now with you catching a few of those sponsorships and those collabs, I mean, what was it like for you getting your first couple?
You know, it's funny. At first, so a friend of mine at the time, I was staying at his house, right? And I was like, bro, you know what? Let's just try this thing. We were like, you know, all these people get this free stuff.
Yes.
We also want this free stuff. Like, come on.
Some free stuff.
Yeah, we also want free stuff. I said, all right, let's just do this shit for 3 months. Post consistently. No matter what happens, however we feel, we post consistently. After 3-6 months, then we'll look back and see what worked, what didn't work. Within 4.5-5 months, things just shot up for me.
Yes.
Started growing. My account started growing. Then afterwards, I started meeting other influencers and stuff and asking them, you know, like, how do you work with brands? How do you approach them? And then slowly you start with a few like product exchanges. Maybe you're not getting paid, but you work with like decent brands and stuff. And it builds you a good like portfolio to say, listen, I've worked with these people. This is the work I've done. This is the work I've done. And
now you can go in with prices and stuff.
And then it's obviously now developed into getting paid and that sort of thing. Because I don't work a full-time job anymore. I'm very blessed like that now. Now I do social media work, brand work, and I fight.
No, but that's amazing. And now, so then, would you consider yourself a quote unquote influencer?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think in some sense. Yeah.
And so now, and what is and what doors is that open for you? Like being able to work with these brands. Like, I mean, again, the number one is what you said right now. You're no longer working. You know what I mean? Because you obviously have things that sustain you, which is the boxing, which is the work.
Yeah.
How is that kind of?
I think it's
changed for you.
It's created a new dimension to my career completely.
Yes.
Last year I went on Tropical Island of Treasure, right? This year I went on Deal or No Deal. Those tons of people who know me now from TV they don't know, they might not even know anything about boxing, but now they watch me because of something else.
Yes.
So it's added a different dimension, working with brands and people seeing those kind of collabs have also shown people now that I have a different side to just being a sportsman.
Yes.
There's a fashion side, there's a going outside, there's a personality side, even a humor side, you know what I mean? So it really it captures all different types of audiences, and that's what you want for your sport. You want more eyes on you, you want more people to see you.
Yeah.
That's where you can inspire more people, you can reach more people.
No, I got you. And you know what? It's funny you say that because now I have people that just watch the podcast, right?
Yeah.
But then some of these people don't know that I'm a radio presenter as well.
Yeah.
So then I have a whole, all these thousands of people that listen to me on the radio that have no idea, there's a visual thing that also exists. And then also vice versa.
Yeah.
And then I'm also hosting shows and then I'm doing I'm emceeing at events, I'm doing all
Yeah.
these kind of things, and it's crazy how you could have like niche followings in each thing,
Yeah.
and they all support you, but sometimes for different reasons.
Yeah. No, exactly.
But I mean, I guess the idea is to bring them all home to everything.
Yeah. Then but they kind of feed off each
They
other,
feed
you
off
know?
each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so now with the Tropica thing, what was that like? When I was gonna get to
Oh,
that, I
okay.
mean, but you mentioned it,
Yeah.
so now being part of that, what was it like?
That was an absolute amazing experience, hands down. Like to get it was one very shocking. I didn't know if I was gonna get it or not.
Yeah.
But I mean, when I grew up, I remember seeing Tropica on TV.
Yes.
And same friend, I was staying at his house, right? And I told him, I'm like, bruh, I'm sure we qualified to enter this thing.
Yeah.
Like, we look decent, both of us look decent, we got tattoos and whatever, we look good on TV. I'm a boxer, a little bit of personality. He's got his thing going.
Yeah.
She's like, let's enter, why not? Cool. We made the video, we entered. We both went through every round together. It was the last 10 people, and we were both still there. I was like, we both go on, that's even better, but at least one of us will get it.
We gotta get it, yeah.
Yeah. So happened I got it.
This was
and,
around when? How long ago was this?
last year.
Last year, yeah?
Early last year, I think maybe March, April's when.
Okay.
And then the actual show when we went to Zanzibar to shoot was July, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that experience itself was amazing because you must know you go there, you stay in a 6-star, like you're around the best of the best because everything's for TV.
Yes.
So best food. It was like what you'd spend R500,000 on a holiday for, but you getting it for free because you're there
Okay.
to shoot.
So you obviously enjoyed the whole
Oh,
vibe.
it was amazing. Yeah.
You sound like you still miss it. Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was good. Like
got to drop me on another season. I'm ready to go back.
I wish you.
Yeah. And I mean, was there any things that happened that we didn't see? I mean, things that I don't mean weird stuff, just like, some fun stuff that people didn't get to see.
I mean, there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that goes on. Like, example, when we go back to the hotel and stuff, everyone's sleeping. I'm chilling with the rest of the crew and we playing pool and the guys are having drinks and whatever.
Yes.
And, there's a lot of like very chill sides to things.
Yes.
And that's not, but you do work also. It is a lot of work that people don't see. People also just think you're having fun, whereas you're shooting the whole day.
I was trying to make this very serious, but I don't know if you were chopping anyone in the back.
Nah.
I'm sorry I had to go. This is the PSA podcast. We have to find we trying to find the juicy secrets
I
that
stay away from those things.
you stay away from this.
Yeah,
It's good.
Had
Just
some bad experiences.
just
with those.
just so you know, this whole thing is a setup. Yeah, but and now just taking it back now, I'm gonna just rewind before we get back into the tropical thing. Before I digress, your trainer. I mean, I saw him and I saw some of his posts as well, it's cool that you post his carousel sometimes, with all these different things, and it's like this guy's got nothing on you, and like you can do this. I mean, what's it been like working with your trainer? And you can share his name as well, obviously.
So my trainer is Gert Stratum. He's an OG in the sport now.
Yes.
Been around for a long time, made many champions and stuff. I actually started with him a year ago. I used to be with someone else who was also a very good trainer, but the environment I was in, and because I'd also taken those losses, which we'll speak about at some point,
Yeah.
things just weren't going well for me. I wasn't in a good space, and I changed then to Gert Stratum, and actually people were shocked that he took me on because he doesn't really take on anybody. He doesn't
Yes.
so he took me on. And now you taking me on with not even a good record or anything, people are actually writing me off and he took me on. So since I've been with him, he's changed me completely. Like he's given me confidence again. He's made me hungry again. I feel like I'm a dog again. I can fight,
Yeah.
And he's very hard. He reminds me a lot of my dad.
Yes.
Which is a good and a bad thing. Because they're very hard. They're very
But sometimes we need that,
Sometimes we need that,
100%. I think some people. I even have this conversation. I have some friends whose dads have also passed away, and they always talk about, what, sometimes they wish their dads were still around for the fact of someone being hard on them because it actually made them excel better.
Yeah.
Because without having that, where you just like everyone's soft,
Yeah.
it also makes you a bit laxy daisy as well because you're not on your game anymore. Like,
Yeah.
you need someone to inspire you. Like, bro, you got to do better. I
Yeah.
know you're great, but you got to be better.
Yeah, sometimes it's like, you know what, you want to sleep for 10 more minutes, but you need to get up. You need someone
Yes.
to tell you, no, get up. You need
It's
to
time
do
to get
this.
up.
Yeah.
You got to go. Yeah.
So my last fight, not this fight that happened 2 days ago, the one before in Cape Town, I was sick and I almost I wanted to call the guys and tell them, listen, I'm gonna pull out the fight. I can't do this.
Yes.
Like, fights in 3 or 4 days, I'm still sick. My coach is the one who pushed me through. He said, Trist, we warriors, we train for war, we're going, we're gonna fight.
Yes.
And I was like, okay, sharp, we're gonna do it. If he can, it just gives you that strength that somebody's behind you and we go there together. We fight together and we fight hard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's so important. I think for any single person doing literally anything right now, having someone believe in you
Mm.
makes a big difference.
No, it
Like you,
does.
you can believe in yourself 100%, but having an extra support to tell you
Yeah.
like, bruh, you can do this. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That makes you like, yeah, I think I can actually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Because there's those moments of weakness all the time. You doubt yourself in your mind.
yes,
You're strong, strong, and then something creeps in and you doubt yourself.
I don't think, yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I can just imagine what you were thinking about. I mean,
Mm.
being in a fight, knowing that your body's not at optimum levels,
Mm.
and you just think to yourself, you know, I've been on some medication, I don't know. So
Yeah.
what if anything happens? What if I'm still dizzy
You know
from
what I
the
mean? And it's
sickness? And
like, what if I lose now? What happens now?
yeah,
Nobody cares about the fact that you're sick. We don't care about excuses. They
like,
just want to say,
don't know, then
this
don't
guy
tell us
lost
you are
to.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're making excuses now, kind of thing. So,
Mm.
but that's where having him in my corner it makes my mind a lot stronger. And then God as well also plays a big part
Oh, I
for me.
love that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into both. I just want to ask this question real quick. So, what was his remarks to you after Saturday night?
He was actually very happy.
Yes,
This is one of the training camps he's probably shouted at me the least. So I was like, okay, cool.
yes.
Must be doing well.
I mean, we in the crowd, and I'm
Yeah.
watching the relationship, and you could see you like you was quite pumped with you and quite
Yeah,
happy.
he was happy. He told me I put in a good performance and I'm getting better. And he actually told the other Oaks, because the other Oaks told him I wouldn't knock this guy out.
Yes.
And then afterwards, obviously, he was like, yeah, he knocked him out. Now give him his bonus. Yeah.
Nah, that's dope. Now listen, so now so now we're gonna take two steps back here. So now you spoke a little bit about your faith and God and things like that. I mean, how has doing what you do and adding God into that changed? Like changed. I mean, I'm sure was
Yeah.
God always in the picture for you, or I mean, you
Um,
come from a different journey.
I mean, I grew up in the church,
Yes.
but I was more like, when I'm in church on Sunday, I came home at 5 in the morning from the club. So like,
Yes.
my sister must sit in the middle, my dad on that side, so I
Because
can just
so you can catch a
few.
nap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after life really happened to me, after I turned 18 and after school and things, uh, I did start getting a bit closer to God at some point when some rough things happened. And then when my father died, also he left me with like two things, and he said, I must look after my sister and my mother,
Yes.
and uh, never walk away from God. If he had to attribute how he lost everything in his life, he'd say it's because he walked away from God. So he said, stay close to God, you won't lose your way.
I love that
And
so much,
yeah,
I think I'm a super God conscious person also, and I think that putting God at the center of everything, like there's no way you can lose when you put God at the center of
yeah.
anything. Like whatever you do, like have that intention that
No,
doing
100%.
this with faith and and having and
Yeah.
believing in God.
So that's exactly why it helps me so much in my career, because all the doubts, all the things that go wrong, you know that things are going to try to take you off track. But it's like, if you've done every ounce of work that you can do, the rest you give it to God. I always say you can't pray to pass, but you didn't study. I put in
Yes.
the hard work. The rest is in God's hands. I go and give it my everything. That's all.
No, and I think it's good that you say that. I tell people this all the time, sitting around and praying to God, hoping something's going to happen is not the same as doing the work and praying.
Yeah.
Like you have to, I'm not
Yeah.
even saying you have to meet God halfway. You have to put in the effort.
Yeah. God's
Because
not gonna come down and give it to you, bro.
I
Like,
know that because I feel like even people that are watching this, even to the day, they're like, when someone says, no, you just got to believe in God and you got to pray. So I'm like, yeah, God, please give me $1 million. Please.
yeah.
He's not going to give you R1 million. He's not going to give you a car. He's going to give you the ability to go out and
Yeah.
seek it, but you still have to do the work.
That's the thing. Have you ever seen that picture? There's this lady, she plants something and then she just prays by the plant the whole time. Whereas the other one plants it, she's watering it,
Yes.
You can't just pray by the plant and expect it to grow. You gotta actually do the work
Yeah.
as well. Yeah.
And now, and so I mean, with putting God at the center of everything with what you do you feel like it's changed your life as in your career drastically?
Yeah, completely. I think it's helped keep me very humble. It's also helped me bounce back from the hardships, the losses, and stay somebody who's continuously learning from others, bettering yourself principally, morally, ethically. And that's slowly and surely what got my career better. Even actually, I asked my coach, Gert, like, why did you decide to take me on? And then he was like, because you came to me honestly and you spoke to me like,
Yes.
because a lot of fighters, like, they'll try and go around the corners and like me. I told my coach straight, I'm not happy here, this and this and this, before I even knew if he'll take me
Yes,
on,
you just
And I
yeah.
went straight to him and I asked him like, this is the situation, whatever. He didn't even speak to me. He picked up the phone. He called my coach to say, hey, this boy said he wants to come to me. And the fact that my coach said to him that, listen, yes, he's spoken to me and this and this and this, I gained enough respect from him by doing
By doing
that
that, yeah.
for him to take me on. Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't even go behind his back. You
Yeah.
told him like, "This is how I feel, and this
Yeah.
is what I'd like to do."
Yeah.
And being a stand-up person is very important. I think
Yeah.
having good character and integrity is important. I
Yeah.
think in all facets of life, but I mean,
Yeah.
especially in your career. Now you look at that thing, and now you've moved over. And then I also saw something about your dad passing away,
Mm.
and we touched a little on it. And I saw the post that you kind of shared there, and there was something heartwarming for me even just to
Mm.
read. Man, he was like, "Yo, my boy, I just got paid. I
Yeah.
can get you those shoes now, and I'm really proud of you." Like I don't know, there was a apple stuck in my throat even just
Yeah.
reading that. And now you share those kind of things with the world. I mean, what was it like for you, like going through the whole ordeal of losing your father?
It was very tough. I mean, we had a different relationship. My father had his own issues and his own demons and whatever
Yes,
to fight. So we got into it a lot, but his love for me was very strong, and he was one of the only people that supported me in my boxing at all.
yes,
Even the doctors told me I shouldn't be boxing and a whole lot of shit, but he's the one, like, even though he didn't have money, he found money. Like, we used to count 100 and 200 rand
yes,
a week just for me to travel somewhere far so I could spar. You know, one day I even fought with him because he took out all this money from his credit card to buy me like some sparring stuff. And I'm
yeah.
like, we can't afford all this shit now. Like, just.
It's fine, yeah.
But for him, it was like, no, you need it. And there was times with him that he had to come and watch me, and I have to go there and, like, after the pros have sparred, like, they with their headgear and stuff, I have to go use it afterwards. Somebody just sweated in this thing. It
Yes,
stinks, and I gotta go put it. And like, now I understand, for a father to watch that and not be able to do anything to, like, be like, hey, I can't buy my son equipment to use and things like
yes,
that. It's not an easy thing, but he always supported me and he always pushed me to try, back me for this. And
mm,
the thing is, not many Indians that box,
yes,
so already there was enough against me. But that's the thing. If he could believe in me, why the hell couldn't I believe in myself? So
100%.
yeah.
Yeah. And something now, like if you and you look back on that journey, man, like are you grateful for the person that he was for you and how he helped you in that way?
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I would have been here without him. The saddest part for me, I was thinking about it after this fight. Actually, even on the plane coming down, I was thinking, I was like, you know what? The saddest part is the one person that I want to share all of this with right now is not here. Like,
It's
all
not.
these nice experiences,
Yeah.
like, I wish he was here, staying in this 5-star hotel. I love it, but fuck, I don't care. Like, I
Yeah.
wish he was going down to breakfast and ordering whatever. Don't pay for nothing. Like,
Because because
you know what I mean?
because finally saw like look, he believed in you so much and it actually became
You know what I
that
mean?
thing.
Like, I wish he could experience all this stuff. Not,
Yeah.
I enjoy it. It's great. Just
Yes.
the one person that was been with me through everything, I would have loved to share it with him. But
Yeah.
that's life. But you just count the things you can be grateful for, and that's, having him in my corner at that time is exactly why I am here. Yeah.
Yeah. And so then I also want to know why you call yourself the prince.
So my old trainer actually named me that. I don't know. I guess it was
Yeah.
just my persona, the way I carried myself, and it just stuck, I guess.
No, but I liked it. I mean, as you
Yeah.
came, I knew the prince is here, and
Yeah.
it was on the back of your what's the name, your gown and stuff,
Yeah.
and it was looking dope. And I was just like, I'm gonna ask this guy, where does this name come from?
So there is a very famous prince,
Yes.
and his name is Prince Nassim,
Yeah.
right? He was a fighter from back in the day, and
Mm.
he was like spectacular, spectacular knockouts, a showman of note.
Yes.
Come out on a flying carpet and things, like
Okay.
do a front flip into the ring kind of thing. Get knocked down. The guy knocked him down. He did like a get himself back up, front flip, get up, knock the guy out. Like, he was a showman of note.
So that's why they were like, "You're the prince too."
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's an Indian guy.
Okay.
He's an Indian guy from the UK, from like the 90s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 90s or thousands, something like that. But yeah, so then they named me that and kind of just stuck, and
It's
it
stuck,
grew on me.
and it
But
works.
now,
Yeah.
yeah.
And with you being an Indian, of course. Now, I mean, you talk about your culture, you talk about your heritage and things like that. What are some of the things here in the Indian community with you being a boxer?
I mean, that's the whole thing. Like, it was very not say looked down upon, but it
Yeah.
was like, this boy is not serious. But again, people of color, like, they don't really support their own when it comes to sports.
Yes.
And now it's becoming a thing. But previously, in our generation growing up, it was like, that's not realistic. You need to think about this and you need to get a job. They would never really put you on the line to, like, back you to actually achieve anything.
Yes.
And besides being an Indian, it's like, okay, go and choose a sport where no Indians are, like, have ever done anything in, and you still want to tell us you're gonna make it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So the fact that I was choosing all of that, I didn't have much support from anybody, like in terms of,
But you did it though.
yeah,
But you did it though.
that's the thing.
Thank you
If you
very
want
much,
something
Auntie.
badly enough, you'll
Yeah.
find a way. That's what I truly believe. You want something badly enough, you'll always find a
Do you
way.
feel like you've inspired some people like from like where you've grown up
Yeah,
to get into this as well?
tons. The amount of DMs and messages and everything I get, that's one of the most fulfilling parts about what I do
Yo,
and
you've
why I enjoy
inspired
it.
my son. You know, my boy's
Yeah,
also doing this now.
like now people of color as well can see that no matter where you're from, what you're doing, what people have to say, you can achieve something in sports. Sports is a real career that people can actually look at
Yes,
doing. Doesn't mean that you you know doesn't mean that because most people don't make it of color that you can't. Yeah, this guy did it. And he
yes.
didn't have everything on his plate to go and do it either.
So I mean, with that being said, let's say boxing wasn't on the cards for you. Like, was anyone trying to steer you into a different direction? Like, you gotta be a teacher, you gotta be a lawyer, you've gotta be an accountant. I don't know.
The thing is for me, nobody could really tell me anything. I was very stubborn.
Yes,
But the only other job I applied for, well, I did study as well, but the
yes.
only other job I applied for, if I wasn't going to be a boxer, I was going to go to the Air Force. I wanted to be a fighter pilot.
A fighter pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was also more like my dad's dream than mine.
Okay.
Like for me, I think I would have really liked it, but my dream was to be a professional fighter, like
Be a
a
professional
boxer. Yeah.
Okay, all the time. You're
Yeah.
like, this is what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
And actually not. Only after matric did I decide this is
Yes.
what I want to do. Because when life fell apart and whatever, I didn't know what I wanted to do at all, and didn't do great in school either. So, and I read something somewhere, and it said, if money didn't exist, what would you do for the rest of your life? Thought about it like
You
that.
thought about it, yeah.
And I'm
What
like,
was
okay,
that?
if you know you're gonna die at 30 or 40,
Yes.
what would make you happy spending the rest of your time here on earth? And I was like, yo, I want to be that guy. I want to fight. I want to inspire people. I want to be on TV. I want to break a generational thing that people think you can't really do this.
Yes.
It's not possible. It's not like
And actually do that.
yeah, that's what I want to do.
Well,
So
then
that's
you
how
live
I
in your
decided.
dream, and gotta give yourself a pat on the back, bro. Like,
Yeah,
you literally living that dream right now.
exactly.
And I'm pretty sure even people watching this can be inspired about that journey alone. And it's an inspiring journey, bro. Listen here, now I'm gonna move on to a couple of different questions.
Cool. Let's do it.
Okay, but this is not gonna be too heavy. We're gonna start it off light. We're gonna start it off
All
light.
right.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten during a fight camp?
Weirdest.
Yeah, weirdest.
I have a heavy sweet tooth. That's the problem.
So yeah.
One day, I was supposed to have one rice cake with honey and peanut butter,
Mm.
and I ate about 8.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop eating them. And then because you can only eat a certain amount in a day, I had to go and run for like 1.5 hours afterwards.
Okay,
Yeah, otherwise the weight wasn't gonna drop.
I got you. Then what's your go-to workout when you're feeling unmotivated?
Road work, going and running with music.
Okay. What's the most challenging part of any training camp for you?
Yo, the eating,
eating.
cutting weight, yeah.
Yeah.
Diet.
Okay. What's your favorite piece of equipment to train with? If any.
The heavy bag.
The heavy bag.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're gonna go mental. What's your favorite pre-fight ritual? Or what is your pre-fight ritual?
Pre-fight ritual, I keep it very boring and very simple. I don't like to see a lot of people. I only keep my very close people with me.
Yeah.
I switch my phone off during the day of the fight. I pray, I stretch, I shadow box, all in the hotel room or wherever I'm staying.
Yeah.
But I like my head to be very clear and calm on the day.
On that day. Yeah. Do you get a bit nervous a bit for?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. How do you handle nerves before a big fight?
I don't run from them.
Okay.
I sit there and I feel them, no matter how heavy they are, because you have to know what's at stake here.
Yeah. I remember being on stage hosting some shows like this was like in the early days, like 8-9 years back,
Yeah.
And I remember the first time I had to go on stage in front of like I'd done high school before, so for like old school crowds was fine, like 700
yeah.
pupils, like I enjoyed it, I didn't mind, because it's fine, I am the guy, whatever.
Yeah.
And then getting older and going onto a stage, I think there was about 30,000 people in the crowd, and it was my first time going out to see on a stage with 30,000 people, and I recall having this huge explosion of like nerves and butterflies
Yeah.
inside my stomach. And I also read something that said, you know what, you've got to hone in on that. Like when you feel that, just know it's like the time to go
Yeah.
to do it the most. And I turned all that fear and that worry and that anxiety and this like Like you're thinking about things before time. What if I mess up? What
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
say something? What if I do something wrong? What
Exactly.
like
What
you're
if
thinking of
something
all
goes wrong? Like,
what you're thinking of all the things that could go wrong. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna let this thing fuel me to
yeah,
God. And I went out into those 30,000 crowd, and I did a stellar job at hosting, and I knocked it out the park. And I was like, you did that though. You know
yeah.
what I mean?
With
And
feeling all of that.
with feeling all of that. So even I tell people now, like you have to be able to
Yeah.
to connect with that feeling.
And they say like even with soccer, they say like there's tons of players that are just as good as Ronaldo and whoever. The difference is that they cannot do what he does in
In
those
front of
moments
people.
of pressure and
Yes. Because I mean, sometimes the pressure can be on, bro. Like
yeah.
especially like you think of so many
It's a
people are
skill.
watching. Like you don't want to mess up. You don't. And some people are so
Yeah.
afraid
Yeah.
of something happening that they won't even attempt it
Yeah.
because of that reason. Anyway, so again, my message to anyone watching this is: if you feel scared to do it anyway. Do it scared.
Yeah.
I got another one for you. What's the most important thing you tell yourself before stepping into a ring?
I ask God for strength and ask my dad to give me strength as well to do what's about to come.
Beautiful. What do you think about during the fight while it's actually happening?
Stay calm, stay focused. There's a lot of noise and stuff, but it's a skill I've learned that you
Yes.
only hone into one or two voices, and that's your coaches. Even with all amongst the screaming, you need to hear his voice, and you just need to know and focus on the guy you're fighting. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, like mid fight, like, what did I eat today?
No,
Like,
nothing like that.
what did that guy say on Instagram yesterday? Zuma,
Yeah.
like, just hold on.
It's actually
Yeah, that last video was pumping though. Yeah.
no, definitely none of that.
None of that, yeah.
None of that.
Okay, if you could spar with any boxer from history, who would it be and why?
It would be Roberto Duran.
Roberto Duran, yeah, and why?
Hands of Stone. Because one, he hits apparently like he used to hit like Hands of Stone. That's what
Yes.
they called him that. But also he had such a ring generalship. Like he had a style and he was a fighter of note. Yeah. So I would have loved to learn and see stuff like
From him,
yeah.
okay. What's the silliest thing you've seen happen during a fight?
Silliest.
Thing that happened during a fight?
Yo. It's
Look, it doesn't have to necessarily be yours, just in general.
Yeah. Yes. I've seen this guy get knocked and then he got up and then he's like, I'm quitting boxing, I'm done, I'm not doing this anymore.
And he did it really?
There's a viral video of it, yes.
I have to go check that one out.
Yeah. That
Okay. You told me about you'd obviously do something else, right? But this one's more closer to if you weren't a boxer, what other sport would you have played?
I would have loved to be a soccer player.
Love to be a soccer player.
Yeah.
You got the vibes though, soccer player vibes. Good
I
work.
did used to play soccer. I just
Yeah.
wasn't as good as I was in boxing. Yeah.
Okay.
I started late. That's the thing. Very late. Yeah.
What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in the ring?
Embarrassing.
Like for you, it doesn't necessarily have to be worldly embarrassing, just for you.
I got cheated on the night before the fight,
Okay.
and I fought, and I thought it would like, you know what? I'm pissed off. I'm gonna go and fight.
I'm gonna
This is
use
what I
that
do.
energy. Yeah.
Yo, I had like no confidence whatsoever. After the fight, I couldn't even remember what happened in the fight.
Because your mind was elsewhere
Yeah.
like the whole time.
Yeah, and that was the first fight I ever lost.
Okay.
So that.
I was gonna say something wild, but anyways, never mind that.
Say what you need to say. Say
Huh?
what you need to say.
Okay.
I mean, we healed
Huh?
now.
You healed now.
We healed now.
Why the fuck she do that to you before your fight?
like
you
of
gotta wait
all
until-
the days.
Listen,
all the days.
I don't want to be. I don't want to say anything wild, no. But like, bro, you could have checked the calendar. Like, let's
That's
do
what
it.
I'm saying.
Like, just after would have
That's
been
what I'm
fine.
s- you know-
Hey, I know you won, but it's over. Or I
Wait.
did this. Okay, fine. It's cool. Sharp.
You know what this crazy part was? A friend of mine who is very close to me, he actually messaged her and been like, "What's wrong with this guy? He does not look right." Immediately, like when he told me that after the fight, I was like, "Yo, was it that like obvious?"
Was it that obvious?
bad?"
Yeah, you could see. I look, but energy doesn't lie. One thing you must know, energy doesn't lie. Like lots of people, that's like you know when it's the same like when you know when people have good intentions towards you, or when people like sometimes you can just tell like
Yeah.
something's not right with this one. I can feel the energy. So what's the best piece of advice you've ever received about boxing?
Best piece of advice. Mm, it sounds so surface level because it's all said all the time. But when they say discipline and sacrifice is what it takes,
Yes.
is exactly the truth.
No, but that's
And it
true.
goes all the way. Like the depth
Yes.
of it is so deep. Like Now for this fight, I haven't seen my friends in 8 weekends. Every Friday night I'm training. My friends are coming from the club in the morning. I'm waking up to go and run early in the
Yeah.
in the morning. Um, People want to take me out to eat. I'd love to go to a fancy restaurant, but eish, I can't. I have to go
Yes.
and train, and I have to stay home to watch my weight. So there's so many small sacrifices and
Yeah.
small things that you don't even see, and discipline that where you have to fight yourself. I don't want to train really like today. My body's sore. There's good reason. I'm scared. It's cold. I don't want to get sick. Mm, Go and fight, and then now you're gonna think about all those
All
things
those
that
things. Yeah.
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 So discipline and sacrifice, but also I'd say if there's one theme in terms of why I am where I am, it's being persistent.
Yes.
Just
Persistent.
no, not accepting no. If there's a wall here, jump over the wall, dig under it, go around it. Not
Drill a
just
hole through it. We'll
yeah,
find a way. Yeah.
find a way.
Yeah.
Because there will continuously be stuff like that in life, whether it's family stuff, relationship stuff,
Yes.
maybe setbacks in the ring, whatever the case may be. You can't let things stop you from where you want to go in life.
You know what? And I think it's beautiful that you said it. And I think that what you said, even those that boxing advice, I think can go to every single part of everyone's life.
Yeah.
In any part, whether you're doing football, whether you're doing cricket, whether you're doing social media, you've got to be persistent, you got to be consistent, and you've got to keep you can't stop.
Yeah.
Because when you stop, it's all over.
100%.
And what people don't understand is I know someone that's so scared of failing, right? That they never try because they're so scared of failing. I was like, but that's the point of it. You're supposed to fail so you can find it. I always tell someone that you got to look at the whole alphabet, right? There's A, B, C, D. If A doesn't work, we try B.
Yeah.
If B doesn't work, we're going to C. We're going all the way to the end. In fact, we'll add another 1,000 letters to the alphabet if we must.
You know what they say? You only fail when you stop trying.
You only fail when you stop 100%.
And I always references to people, and when they tell me about you started late and people start late. I'm too Harry Kane. Not Harry Kane. What's his name? Jamie Vardy.
Yes.
27. He was playing for like a local team, and then the next year Leicester, and then they win the league, and
Yes.
at 27.
At 27,
People
and
don't
who'd have
take
thought?
nobody serious at 27.
At 27, you've had your time,
what I
but
mean?
he's did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everybody's story is different. You write your own.
Look, I mean, even if we look at the stories of like Steven Spielberg, Walt Disney, and things like that, Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody got the Apple now and all this stuff. You know what I mean? The guy, the company only blew up at 40. You know what I mean? So do you not think he was in his 20s and 30s thinking, I'm never gonna make it?
Yeah.
But he was like, but I'm gonna keep going.
Yes,
At
exactly.
40, the thing blows up and becomes the biggest thing in the world.
Exactly.
I think they said Morgan Freeman was also one of those actors that
Yes.
only reached the height of his like started getting into films after 40.
Yeah, yeah.
And now he's like everyone seems to have the voice of God for movies. You know what I mean? Like he's that guy.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's where it started. 40 years old, they kept telling him no. I think there was another one. I don't know if it was Keanu Reeves. Also, I think was one of them. They kind of kept going to these auditions. And they kept telling him no, bro. Like
I think what's his name as well? What's Iron Man?
I mean,
Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you look at his journey, he was on drugs and he completely changed his whole life. But no one believed him. They kept telling him, bro,
Yeah.
you're cut out for this.
Yeah.
And now goes down in history as one of the greatest
You know what I mean?
actors of our time. So I think what I also tell people is very important. My important thing to share is that never in our time, always in God's time.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like if something is meant for you, as long as you keep going, it's gonna happen.
yeah, exactly that.
Okay, we got a couple of more here. So what's the biggest lesson you've learned from boxing? Period.
It's not about how many times you get hit, it's about how many times you can get up.
100%. I got you. What advice would you give to someone just starting out boxing right now? Someone's watching this. They're like, bro, Tristan's doing it.
Yeah.
If he can do it, what's your advice to them?
Find a good gym or a good trainer. And if you can't do that, start on your own. Buy a bag, put it in your house. YouTube, Instagram, there's so many things available. Find a way to get started. That's all I can say.
Even better, follow Tristan Naidoo on Instagram and see what he's been up to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can do that, yeah.
And then just copy everything he did. Listen, I read something else that said was like you can't say like let's say quote unquote you're an influencer or a person of interest that people follow and people want to know what you're up to. You can't say you're influential and then get mad when people copy you.
Yeah.
Because that's not how it
You know,
works.
that's exactly the thing.
That's
So,
not how it works.
at a stage, I saw all these people doing the stuff, and I told my friend, right? And I was like, so now they want to do what I'm doing. Da, 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 da. And then after I thought about it, I'm like, wait, but wasn't this the goal? Because that means they're following me. And
Yes.
that means I'm doing things right. Because now, yeah, cool, they were laughing and stuff, but now they're doing what I'm doing. So
Yes. Look, I mean the human ego part. I mean, like the self ego. I'm not even talking about like being better than anyone. Just like the human ego part. Like, yeah, but they biting me. Yeah. Look how you go copy me.
Yeah.
You first don't cack and now you copy
Yeah.
me. Like that's what you think. But then I mean, if you look at it on the grander scope of things, it's like, well, essentially, then I've set the trend, so you have to. So that's why you're following. You know what I mean? If I wasn't doing anything worth doing, you probably wouldn't do it. And then what did they say? Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
imitation is.
So the
First
highest.
time I heard that. That's
So
good,
so you can even so imitation is the highest form of flattery. If somebody's trying to copy what you do or doing what you do, just know that they like you that much that they were like, I'm gonna try to do it. And then sometimes people can even be low key haters and still copy what you do because they're like, I hate this guy, but he's on to something.
Thanks.
Okay, now we got some fun questions, and I'm gonna make it a bit fun now. Would you rather fight a chicken every time you open your front door or a baboon once a year on your birthday?
I had this baboon chat with my friend.
Yeah.
We said, if there's one wild animal you could fight,
you fight a baboon?
would you win against a baboon or not? And I think I could. I won't lie. If it's life or death, I feel like I could.
You could.
I think I
And a
could.
kangaroo, I see the kangaroos are out here doing
I
the
don't
most.
know about that.
Did you check the videos of the kangaroos
Hey,
fighting?
those ones can box, yo.
I don't know. So what was it called? Like boxing kangaroos?
Yeah. No, those are a bit hectic, yo.
Yeah. So which one would you choose? A chicken every time you open your front door or a baboon once a year on your birthday?
Once a year is hectic. I'll take the chicken.
Every day.
Every day. I mean, you can,
chicken.
one day you kick it, one day you slap it, one day.
So one day you kick it, one day come here, hit butt. Okay. Would you rather have boxing gloves permanently glued to your hands or wear Crocs every day for every fight?
Hi, boxing gloves glue, but hey, can't eat. Can't go on
it's
my
gonna be
phone.
like your whole life you're gonna do with boxing gloves on.
I do not own a pair of Crocs.
I don't know how
have
you
not
wiping your ass
succumbed
with gloves on.
Okay, I guess I have to take the Crocs, yo.
Crocs in every fight.
And I don't even own a pair of Crocs. I've never succumbed to that peer pressure.
You haven't succumbed to the peer pressure.
But
Okay.
I'll go with the Crocs, eh?
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather sneeze glitter or fart confetti every time someone says liquor?
Yeah, sneeze glitter.
Sneeze glitter. Okay. Would you rather spar with a drunk uncle at a wedding or your ex during a family braai?
I drank uncle at the wedding, eh?
You spar with him.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather have your coach be your ex or your mom? Like right now, you had to choose. It's either your ex or it's your mom to be your coach.
My mom.
Your mom.
My mom.
So why? So sometimes you gotta tell us the reason why the one instead of the other.
Yo. Well, the one I told you, I got my own traumas with the one, so
Okay.
leave that one.
Okay.
Can't trust the coach.
Okay, would you rather be forced to only speak in Afrikaans for a year or train with no music ever again?
Ever again.
Ever again.
I
Speak Afrikaans
speak
only for a year.
Afrikaans. The taal can come, yo. Yo.
Okay, give us a little Afrikaans while you are here.
Die hond blaf.
The hot bluff. Okay, next one. Would you rather take a punch from Mike Tyson in his prime or kiss a hobo's toe in Cape Town station? In Cape Town.
Hey, the Cape Town ones are rough, though. That's the thing. Like, you can check.
So one shot though for
Mike Tyson.
for Mike in his prime, or you have to kiss a hobo's toe.
I'll take the hobo's toe. I won't lie. Because the thing is, bruh, that can cause permanent damage. Now I walk with a limp for the rest of my life. Nah.
Okay. Would you rather get caught shadowboxing in public or crying to Adele after a breakup?
Shadowboxing in public.
It's fine.
I've had to do it for a few videos and it's very
Doesn't
awkward.
matter. Okay, you got that one. Would you rather wake up every morning to the sound of Adidas or your opponent whispering, "I'm coming for you"?
Would you rather?
Okay, let's say. Would you rather wake up every morning to the sound? No, I'm gonna change it up. Of crying chickens or your opponent whispering, "I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you." Crying chickens every morning.
I am coming for you. It's fine.
I'm coming for you is fine.
Yeah.
Have you had any dreams about any of your opponents before the time? Like
Not-
in the ring,
Not
like not
dreams as such, but like I have slept and you're thinking about them.
That's right,
The
yeah.
fight, yeah.
Here's a hard one. I don't know. Would you rather train with a hangover, like a huge hangover? Like you don't. I'm sure you don't really turn up like you used to, right? But let's take it all the way back. Let's just say, like how, like
I mean, I know what a hangover
a
feels
lit
like.
night.
Yeah.
So, would you rather have to train or do a fight with a hangover or a fight with diarrhea?
Ooh. hangover. Straight. Straight hangover.
Imagine like, what's that running down your legs?
Yo. No. Now you get hit in the stomach and now you're like, wait, bathroom break. No.
Yes.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Yes, sir. So this is now we're gonna get a bit dirty, you know? You're fine to go there.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. Would you rather get caught sexting during a live post-fight interview or moaning in your sleep during a training camp?
The first one. 16.
Okay. Would you rather date a ring girl who thinks boxing is MMA or someone who calls you daddy in front of your actual dad?
I can't date a ring girl. I'm sorry.
You can't date it.
Nah, not for me.
Not for you. Okay. Why not?
I don't know. It's just like,
Yeah.
I don't, nah.
I think you just broke so many ring girls. I was like, Tristan, why you do us like that? Okay.
I want a wife. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, you want a wife?
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. So you said they can't be wives. Okay, wait. You know what? Skip that. Move along, man. Move along. We're not getting into any more with that, right?
I
Would you
didn't say
rather
it.
accidentally send your coach a nude or your mom a thirst trap?
Hi, mama. I feel like my coach would understand though.
If you send him in the nude, by
Yeah,
accident.
he'll understand. He'll be like, Trust, wrong guy.
Wrong.
person."
Okay, got you. Would you rather never have sex again or never win another fight?
Huh?
That was a toughie.
Again.
Huh?
Again.
Yeah, again.
Like forever.
Yes.
No, man.
Never have sex or never win a fight.
If I don't win a fight, what am I going to do in my life then?
So now, what are you giving up?
That's what I'm saying.
And look at even if it's in a beautiful way, you're married, it's your wife, you know. Like,
That's what I'm thinking,
You
and
can't
I'm like,
even you can't even
Nah,
again. You keep winning your
nah.
fights though.
Ah,
It's one over the other, the fights, or you know.
I'm gonna answer this, right?
Okay,
But it's
especially-
actually gonna be weird because I've kind of staying away from the one.
yeah.
To be
Just
honest,
keep thinking about it. Yeah, take some go for it.
I'm gonna say
Yeah, you're gonna say. I'm listening.
I'm gonna say the fights.
The fights.
Yeah,
Why?
leave the fights because like there's more to life than just fighting, and but at the same time I've kind of giving up, staying away from the other one. Yeah.
So okay, the fight. Okay, of course. Well, that's up to you then. Would you rather get walked in on a grand or by your opponent mid-stroke?
My opponent.
Okay. Would you rather your partner rate your performance in bed like a boxing judge or live tweet the entire thing?
She can. Boxing judge is
A
fine.
boxing judge is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, look, I'm sorry, in this department, we're gonna
Gonna have to work on your
we're gonna
attack.
have it's the attack that we need to
Yeah, the reflexes are not there. Your timing is wrong.
Okay. Would you rather have your sex life narrated by David Attenborough or your coach?
Hi, David Attenborough.
Can you make sure your coach there? Like a Tristan, do it from the compliment. Okay, would you rather have to moan your opponent's name every time you finish or bark like a dog?
Walk like a dog, guy.
Okay, I got you. So that was the dirty section. Now we're gonna move along. So I prepared this one especially for you because I knew you coming. Right? Would you rather box with your shoelaces tied together or wear a tutu in your next fight?
Wear tutu. I already wear a skirt, kind of.
So it's fine. Okay. Would you rather be sponsored by a condom brand or a funeral home?
Funeral home.
Would you rather have your face printed on toilet paper or a billboard in your hometown that says "I tap out"?
On toilet paper. Either billboard is fine.
Yeah, the billboard said "I tap out." Okay, aren't you the "I tap out" guy? And it's like, yeah, I see you every day between my shit. Okay. Would you rather have your corner throwing the towel over a paper cut or because you broke a nail? Let me say that again. Would you rather have your corner throwing the towel over a paper cut or because you broke your nail? Which one would you choose? Like both are equally poor, but
Yeah.
which one would you choose?
Break my nail.
Right. Broke a nail. I can't. Okay.
No, that sounds worse, eh?
Yes.
Okay, no, the paper cut.
I got a paper cut.
Yeah.
Now both sounds worse. Okay, anyways.
Breaking a nail sounds a bit more feminine. You know,
Yeah.
so like,
Would you rather only eat pap and no meat for a year and or spar blindfolded once a week?
pop and no meat.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just pap for like a whole. let's say
Relish gravy?
no, you just the pap. So no meat. Or spar blindfolded once a week.
I spar blindfolded
It's
once a
fine. You
week.
go for that.
I love food too much.
Okay, okay. Favorite food, by the way?
I love just good food.
Okay, top three foods.
I love seafood,
Yeah.
steaks. Love good
Okay.
steaks, and I love home cooked meals like stuff like also greasy foods, but like oxtails or like Gatsby's,
Okay.
like home cooked proper stuff.
Sounds great. Guys, guess what? You understand what we're eating after this. I'm sorry, trainer, but yeah, this is how it goes.
Is what it is.
Is what it is.
I mean, we've already gained like between Friday and today, I think 8.5, 9
Is it?
kilos. Yeah.
Jeez! In such a short space of time.
Mm.
How?
I mean, there's a science to it as well.
Okay.
Besides the pancakes and stuff. there's a
Okay. Okay. Would you rather be mistaken for Casper in your vest
science.
or get roasted by Trevor Noah on live TV?
I get roasted, it's fine.
I could have even said, would you rather get mistaken for Riyad Musa or get mistaken? Or
That's not a nice joke.
it was like, Riyad Musa, let's see, eh? I see you boxing now, eh? Yeah, lekker lighty. Next one. Would you rather fight in a ring full of bees or full of toddlers with sugar rushes?
Toddlers with sugar rushes.
You think you'll be able to get around them?
Yeah. Can
Okay.
trample them.
Would you rather give your opponent a pre-fried hug with a wedgie or slap his bum mid-round?
I pre-fight with the wedgie.
Pre-fight wedgie, like, yo, bro.
Slapping no one's ass, yo.
Okay, let's go. Would you rather lose? This is a bit now, so now we move into another section, dark and twisted, right? Would you rather lose a fight you trained your whole life for or win by accident because your opponent fainted from fear?
The accident.
The accident.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather your biggest win be exposed as rigged or your biggest loss turned into a viral meme?
Yo, that's a hard one.
Yeah.
And for me, that's like a good one because a lot of people actually don't like fighting me because it's like, hey, you're gonna kind of go a little bit viral when you
Yes.
get knocked out.
So which one are you gonna go for?
Either what was the first one?
So would you rather be the would you
I'd
rather your
rather
biggest fight? Yeah.
find out it's rigged. I'm not turning into a meme, yo.
Okay.
That's a big fear, though.
It's a big turn into a meme.
Like imagine all the fighters. Like imagine now you get that picture where you lied on your back like this, the guy standing over you.
You got knocked up.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I don't know. A part of me just thinks because of the world we live in today, there's no such thing as bad publicity. In some weird way,
It's fair, it's
even
just like
it's fair. Just like even if someone bad mouths you, doesn't know you, make an example or makes a meme about you that goes viral. I always feel like somehow that
okay,
makes
actually, you know what?
Eh?
I'm going to go with the viral one
because
it's
everyone's gonna say like, aren't you the meme
yeah,
guy?
yeah.
Like it's,
And you
it's-
can bounce back.
Yeah, because it's the same like of the Hawk Tour girl, you know?
Yeah.
Hawk Tour. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
she said, right?
And I mean, she's like,
She became the meme and she doesn't
You're
work
right.
anymore.
You're right. Okay. I'm going with the viral one. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Lost.
like that's fine, bro. I'm viral in any case.
Yeah.
Would you rather accidentally kill your opponent in the ring or get haunted by your first KO victim for the rest of your life?
Kill him.
You kill him.
Yeah.
You didn't think twice. Kill him. That's what's gonna happen. Would you rather fight your long lost twin in the finals? Let's just say you had a twin, a long lost twin in the finals, or your best friend for 10 million rand.
Best friend.
Okay, let me take it a step
I'm gonna
further.
get paid.
Listen here. Would you rather fight your dad in the finals or your best friend?
Do I get paid for anyone?
Yeah, 10 million
For any of them?
for any one of them.
I'll take my friend.
You take your friend. Okay.
Yeah.
But you gotta knock him out. So
Yeah. Because I can't find my dad. His dad's
Yeah.
a ghost. How am I gonna
yes,
fight you?
yeah.
You can't win there.
Yeah, but we're a bit hypothetical. Okay. Would you rather never be cursed? Would you rather be cursed to never feel pain or never feel love? Like you could either like one of the two. Never feel pain or never feel love.
Wow. You know that 50 cent thing, joy wouldn't feel so good if it wasn't for pain.
Yes.
So if I don't have pain, how am I gonna appreciate the love? If I don't have love, yo. But let's just go with the happy one. We'll keep the love.
Love.
Let
And never know what pain feels like.
But if it's so important, that's
That's
the
so
thing.
important. Yeah, it is.
But also it's so sad if you only know pain.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
Let's just go with the happier one.
Yeah.
Leave the pain. Yeah.
Never know. I don't know. And that's I think that's what so many people fear. Like sometimes people don't understand that you can't fear human emotion because you have to go through it. I spoke to someone and they always told me, Mr. May, I love to be happy all the time. But I'm like, that doesn't mean that when you're happy there's an absence of pain because you can't be happy
There's a
because you know
reason.
what because you
Exactly.
know what pain feels like.
Why do you like the sunshine? Because you know what it feels like when it's
It's
raining.
raining 100%. So you have to know the one over the other. Like
Which
I
one you
love
picky?
from those two.
Yeah.
Bro, I can't be in pain, bruh. So I'm gonna. I think I already know what pain feels like. So I'm gonna go for love.
Okay,
I'm like, fuck,
okay.
if I don't know pain after this, I'm like, if I'm going on a collective idea that I already know what it feels like,
All right, all right.
then I'm gonna go for. Then I'm
Yeah.
like, nah, love is. I think love.
Yeah, same.
What's that? What's that old advert now? What's the world needs now? We still need love, guys. We still need love. Okay, let's keep it going. Would you rather wake up in a body bag after every fight, or wake up next to your opponent in the same bed as your opponent?
I wake up. What do you wake?
You're not dead. You just wake up
Oh
in
yeah,
a
I'll
body
wake
bag.
up in a body bag. It's fine.
That's right. Would you rather train at a haunted gym or get advice from a ghost who used to be a failed boxer?
A failed boxer is funny.
Tristan, you gotta hit him like this, man. But shut the Okay, so you guys with that one.
On the gym.
Okay, would you rather KO your childhood hero or lose to a TikTok influencer?
KO my childhood hero.
KO your so you KOing.
Yo. Childhood hero.
And remember, it doesn't have to be boxing.
Trying to think. Yeah. I think I might have to KO Michael Jackson.
Yo, Mike. Okay. Would you rather fight in a ring filled with chakalaka or one with white slap chips?
What's white slap chips?
Just say wet. Sorry, I meant wet.
Slap chips.
Slap chips. Like the ring is filled with slap chips. You just tramp it on them while you're fighting. Okay.
Better than chakalaka. Eh?
Okay. Would you rather be slapped by Julius Malema or kissed on the cheek by Steve Hofmeyer?
I slapped by Malema.
Okay. Would you rather have to box barefoot on Long Street or with high heels in Guguletu?
Barefoot on Long Street.
Okay. Would you rather have Rasta the artist paint your portrait for a fight poster or DJ Maporisa make your entrance theme? Maporisa. Okay. Would you rather be sponsored by Spur and never win or win every fight but only eat woolly sushis forever?
What a question.
Yeah.
Spur.
Would you rather have your boxing name be the Burri Boy or Skomo King?
The booty boy, eh? The booty boy. Eh? You know, there was a lot of funny ones, ideas about what my name was gonna be.
Yes.
Like the whole Indian thing. They came with like
Karibani.
yeah. They came with the masala bomb, the chicken tikka bomb.
Yes.
They came with a lot of things. Wow.
What was the top one that you were like, no, we're not using that one?
It was something to do with something curry, yo. Something to do with curry, yo. Yo, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, ring sting. Something
The
ring sting.
Woo!
Yeah. Yo.
Okay. Listen now, with all of that being said, you know, I mean, I think we fully encompass a lot of stuff, even just by asking those questions. I mean, I want to know, like, I mean, I always say this because I always feel, because I always hope that some people will ask me this as well. Is like, is this something that you personally just want to share with people that you feel like you haven't had the opportunity to maybe share with them, whether it's about boxing, whether it's about you or just like the humans or anything that you felt like you've wanted to share? What would that be? Like, if you could watch yourself right now, what are the words that you'd like to hear? And it doesn't have to necessarily be inspiring or motivational. It can just literally be anything.
I think what I'd like to say, or see myself say at least, is that I think people need to give athletes and anybody who goes after their dreams a lot more credit and kindness, whether they make it or not. I feel like them going for it itself is enough of an accomplishment, whether they achieve what they want or not. Yeah, that's what I'd like to say, I think.
Who's the worst boxer and worst influencer of all time?
Jake Paul.
Thank you guys so much for watching. That's the PSA podcast. We out. Yes, salute guys. Back with another public service announcement. Hey! Jensen, hope you guys are feeling good this morning.